Alright, let's take a quick trip back in time and talk about something a lot of people think is out of reach: investing in the stock market. But here's what might surprise you. It hasn't always been just for the rich or financial wizards. Picture this. It's the early 1900s. Back then, the stock market was pretty much an exclusive club. If you weren't wealthy or you didn't have connections, you weren't getting in. Ordinary people? Not a chance. Trading stocks meant you needed a broker, and brokers, well, they weren't exactly handing out business cards to everyone on the street. But fast forward to the 1920s, things started shifting. Radio was popping, jazz was everywhere, and people were getting curious. Newspapers began publishing stock prices, and suddenly the idea of buying a piece of a company didn't seem so far-fetched. More folks wanted in, but it was risky, and information was still hard to come by. Then came the Great Depression. The stock market crashed and millions lost their savings. As tough as that was, it set off a chain reaction. The government stepped in, creating rules and safety nets, like the SEC, which stands for Securities and Exchange Commission. Their job? Make sure the market's fair and people can trust it. By the 1950s and 60s, things were changing again. Mutual funds started popping up, which meant people could pool their money together and invest, even if they didn't have a ton of cash. It was a game changer. Suddenly, middle-class families could start investing for the future, college, retirement, you name it. But the real tipping point? Technology. In the 1980s and 90s, we got discount brokers. That meant lower fees, less gatekeeping. Then, boom, the internet exploded. Online brokers showed up, and suddenly anyone with a computer and $100 could start buying stocks. Real-time quotes, research, all at your fingertips. And today, you can literally start investing from your phone. Fractional shares, zero commission trades, it's never been easier or more accessible. So why am I telling you all this? Because the stock market isn't some secret society anymore. It's open to you, to me, to anyone willing to learn. The barriers that kept everyday people out, most of them are gone. All you need is curiosity, patience, and a little bit of courage. So if you've ever thought, investing isn't for me, think again. Ordinary people change the market just by showing up, and you can too. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to take your first step, hit subscribe and let's keep learning together.